First off, thank you all for being here today. My name is Andrew Freeborn. I'm a Public Information Officer with the Kern County Fire Department, and I'm excited to be here with Kern County Supervisor, District 2 Supervisor Chris Parlier, as well as some of our Unmanned Aerial System pilots that are here today as well. And we're excited today to give you the opportunity to see behind the scenes of some new changes in the Kern County Fire Department. And we also have on site here today members of the Kern County Fire Department Air Operations Program, as well as command staff from the Kern County Fire Department. Why do we have so many people here? This is a very important announcement. This is a very important topic for us to help present to the community so that everyone understands the new direction, new opportunities that have been. So what we'll do is we'll give a basic overview of what's going on here today, and then we'll be available for one-on-one interviews as well for any of you that need some specific questions answered as well. So I'll go ahead and get started. What we have here is an overview of the unmanned aerial systems that we have now been able to acquire because of the forward thinking of Supervisor Parlier. Because of him being able to acquire these drones for us, the Kern County Fire Department is now able to take a massive leap forward with technologies that are available to first responders and start leveraging that in a positive way for our community, start doing good things for our firefighters, not only for their safety, but for their decision making as well. We have pilots here that will be able to give you an overview of the capabilities of these drones and some of the possible ways that we'll use them. But since all of this has been made possible by Supervisor Parlier, I'd like to give him an opportunity to speak to his role in this as well. Please give your attention to Supervisor Parlier.
Thank you for that. Well, we all know what a wonderful fire department we have with Kern County Fire and the good works that they do every day within our community. But they have to have the proper tools, right? And these drones, the technology comes with them. It's just a game changer for not only the fire department, for our region. The recent accident that happened at 58 mass casualty incident, these drones were employed using infrared technology to be able to give live feeds and information to incident commanders on the scene to be able to make those split-second decisions to help save lives.
Thank you for that. Now I'm going to throw a curveball to the pilots here that don't know this is coming. But you're probably wondering, wow, these are nice, shiny drones, unmanned aerial systems, whatever culture is referring to these as at this moment. But of what benefit is that? We have one drone pilot, one UAS pilot that was able to fly this drone during the recent large wreck that happened on Highway 58. We have another pilot that was able to fly these at a recent hazardous material incident. So would you feel comfortable explaining a little bit of the benefits to that hazardous material incident of having the capabilities of this drone?
Yeah. So the recent incident was an abandoned well, or a well in the process of abandonment up in the Wassville area. And there was a methane leak, a small fire, and they had to put out an evacuation order so that they could go in, extinguish the fire, and then deal with that abandoned well. So when I got on scene, I was able to deploy this UAS within a matter of minutes and gave the incident commander line of sight of exactly what they had going on. They had an unknown material that was burning at the time, with the view obstructed by a large metal container. I was able to get eyes in the sky, get close up on the wellhead, confirm that was no longer leaking or on fire.
These new UAS equipment is going to be a game changer for the Kern River Valley, because the Kern River Valley historically sees the types of incidents that would benefit from this type of technology. We've been having good conversations with the Air Operations Program within the Kern County Fire Department. You know, we have these helicopters and every year we see them doing incredible things, whether it's moving personnel in to fight fire, whether it's making water drops on a fire. It could be hoist rescues of people out of the Kern River. So we see the benefits of our helicopters. This just aids in helping what they can do. For example, if you've got visibility that prevents a helicopter from flying, we now will be able to have the opportunity through these unmanned aerial systems to take something that wouldn't have aerial support. We now have aerial support because of this. We don't have to say we can't fly because of zero visibility. We can still fly these because of the infrared technologies that are there. And we saw how well that worked on the recent wreck on Highway 58. When you can barely see meters in front of you visually, you could see for hundreds and hundreds of feet. You can clearly see what was happening because of that infrared. So whether it's nighttime, whether it's zero visibility, we have the ability now to have aerial support. We also have the ability for mapping and other things that may have been something that the helicopters could have previously done, but would have put them in a high-risk situation, or it would prevent them from doing some other operation. We're now able to keep the helicopters free for water drops and hoist rescues and those other things, and start delegating some of those lesser urgent tasks, things that we can reduce the risk on our personnel safety by flying these unmanned aerial systems. So that whole Kern River Valley is going to benefit from it drastically, because 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, these unmanned aerial systems are going to be able to respond to those types of emergencies. It's going to be a matter of we're going to work in conjunction. So if we're having the communication with the helicopter operations and we need to ground the UAS because of the circumstances, we will absolutely do that. If there are opportunities where we can fly simultaneously in different areas, being able to honor their airspace, we'll go ahead and do that as well. This is so new, we're still exploring so many options of where they can be used, how they can be used, how frequently, how close in proximity to our other air operations are we going to be able to use these. So we are excited for all of the potential of what these are giving us, and as time moves on, we will learn more opportunities of where they can be used, and we will be able to continue to improve on that coordination between the other air operations and the UAS operations. It's all dependent on location. You know, you can figure that if one of our pilots is in the Kern River Valley when an emergency takes place, you're talking a minute or two to pull that piece of equipment out and get it up and launched. If it's something that they're responding, it only has that small level of drive time, and now they're responding and they're there. Same as, you know, any other resource that's responding to that incident. So it is very much a tip of the spear response from these. Being able to have dedicated pilots, being able to have people that have the qualifications and the training and the equipment, making sure that at all times, 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, there is one of these drones and a pilot ready to go at a moment's notice.